proven in practice, and his timing, footwork, and accuracy have all gotten better. However, Jacoby Brissett is still expected to start the majority of the season while Maye continues to develop. And honestly, I think this is a smart move. You know, we've seen a lot of these rookies just get thrown into the fire immediately. I mean, they did that with Mac Jones, another first-round pick who started week 1. How did that work out? Well, he's traded to the Jags after 3 seasons. And, you know, the positive is that they're saying Drake Maye is improving, right? But if you have time to develop him, let him develop. Like, it's not like the Patriots are in their, like, old years of Super Bowl or bust mentality. They have so much work and improvement that they need in a lot of aspects on their team, plus a completely new coaching staff. Like, it's just, there's a lot. If you have time to let them develop, let them develop. I mean, the Patriots have not figured out their quarterback situation since Tom Brady left. They've had one playoff appearance, no wins, and they've just kind of been
I don't know. I'm a firm believer in you gotta just do it. You know, you like watching, okay, sure, but the best learning experience is going to be on the job when the bullets are really
right
firing.
Out of the gates?
Yeah.
Right out of the gates.
Jaden Daniels is starting for Washington.
With their O-line?
Bo Nix is starting.
Yeah.
In Denver.
Yep.
We don't know about McCarthy yet. Penix obviously won't. Caleb Williams is going to start. Like, I don't know. Alex, you start a business.
Different of situations, though. Different, each stronger teams. Like, there was the argument for the Patriots, should they trade that top pick and get a haul? Because they need improvements everywhere on their team.
They do, yeah.
So what they just got rid of Mac Jones, get Drake Maye, and think everything's going to be okay? No, it's the exact same situation. They have so many holes that they need to fill on this team before they can get back to the Patriots of old, if they can ever get back to that dynasty form.
I don't think they will. But you know this. If you want to start a business, the best way to find out if you're going to make it or not is to actually do it.
Yes.
As opposed to, like, shadow someone or workshop or the idea of it. You just got to get out there and do it. Just start.
That stat board right there was just brutal.
It's tough times for New York. At least Aaron Judge is having a monster season.
Yeah,
and
you got some positives.
The Knicks.
Some positives. Yeah. Yes, there you go. Okay, well, let's start in the NBA because Klay Thompson is done in Golden State after 13 seasons and 4 NBA titles. But the writing was on the wall all last season about his time there coming to an end. He was reportedly miserable in his final season, with everything from his declining role on the team to how contract negotiations went. He also reportedly felt disrespected after the team did not offer him a contract extension after their 2022 title run. Now, this is tough because you can understand both sides of this argument and how both are feeling. Like Klay's side, he gave so much to this team. 4 titles. He battled back from 2 major injuries, missing 2 full seasons with his ACL and his torn Achilles in 2020. But at the end of the day, this is a business. And the team is a business. And Klay wasn't putting up those same numbers of the Klay of the past before both of those major injuries. And they weren't willing to give him a thank you for what you did for us contract.
Alex, it's tough for me. A guy makes $43 million last season, and he's miserable.
Okay. Oh, I was like, you're like, I thought you were going to go the other way. You don't understand why they didn't give him more money.
Well, listen, it's a tough spot, and I just don't want to hear that you're miserable making $43 million. You know, 90% of America will never see that. Maybe 95. I don't know. Let's settle down with it. It was not a fun year in the locker room. Say that. But he got benched, right? He got benched at one point. He was pouting on the sideline. Yeah, they weren't great. They did end on like a 27-12 heater at the end of the season or something.
The thing is like dynasties come to an end. And we just are slowly seeing, we slowly saw after their 2022 title, kind of the breakdown of the most recent dynasty that we have seen in the NBA. And this happens. And you move on. And it was hard. And I loved all the heartfelt stories of everything that he meant to the city and to this team. We shared Draymond Green sharing that they had a member berries where he called him and they were just telling him reminiscing on all the great times and great things that they did together. So you're always going to have that plus. Like Golden State announced that they can't wait to retire his jersey one day. So they're going to retire his jersey. He's probably going to have a statue outside. He helped create this dynasty. He's a huge part of that, and you can't take that away. But all good things have to come to an end sometimes, and it was just his time. If he wasn't happy, the team wasn't willing to give him what he wanted, this was the right thing that needed to happen.
I mean, remember, Scottie Pippen had issues with the Bulls, and he had was holding out.
Is anybody really happy towards the end of such a long run like that?
It was a great run.
I get it.
And he was unhappy that Wiggins got 4 years and Draymond got 4 years. But it just feels a little like they were a little disrespectful to him. I read an article, Ramona Shelburne, good reporter.
She's great.
At least I think it was her. It might have been another outlet. But that Joe Lacob, the owner of the Warriors, in the last 2 months called Clay and was like, hey, let's go golfing at this swanky golf club.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you're Clay and the owner says, let's go golfing, he wants to talk turkey. But Joe Lacob had a policy where he doesn't talk business on the golf course. So they didn't talk about his contract at all. And I'm sure he knew at that point, damn, it's over. He called me to play golf, 18 holes. I had a blast, but we didn't talk about my contract. Damn, it really is over.
Yeah. I mean, again, he gave so much to this team. They gave so much to each other. This team created Clay. Clay created the Warrior dynasty. Yeah. And it was great. His jersey's going to get retired. He's going to get a statue. And now he's going to try somewhere else. All right, let's move to Philly because Paul George is headed to Philly to join the 76ers on a 4-year deal. The move creates a new big three with George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey as the team hopes to finally get that NBA title. And Maxey made it clear that he's very excited to welcome his new teammate.
He's a guy that you can kind of pick up and plug into any system because of his talent. He's 6'9". This guy can shoot the ball, he can rebound the ball, pass the ball well, play on the ball, play off the ball, play off handoffs. Playing transition, the sky's the limit.
J-Mac, I'm a glass half full kind of person. You hope for someone as great as Joel Embiid that Paul George will be that missing piece that he needs to just get to the Eastern Conference Finals, because he's never even made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Paul George has gotten to the Conference Finals both in the East and the West with the Pacers and the Clippers, and the 76ers they've had other big names with Joel Embiid to try to make that push and get over that hump to get to the conference finals. James Harden didn't work. Ben Simmons didn't work. Do you see this working with Paul George and Philly?
So I know people don't like answering a question with a question, but Alex, I'll ask you. So when the Suns added Bradley Beal for a big three, everybody was all excited. I think I was dopey enough to pick them to come out of the West. How'd that work out?
Not great.
Okay. Last year, the Bucks. Remember when they got Damian Lillard?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Giannis got Dame. Holy cow. They're going to win the East. Remember?
But he also said he came in, not in shape.
Fair.
Right? So,
and they fired their coach
I don't know why you would do that when your job is physical activity.
I get the offseason excitement about adding a star.
Yeah.
But as I said yesterday, I think the era of the 3 stars is done. That just doesn't work anymore. Now I'm not saying...
But do they have chemistry? We won't know until we see them.
Yeah, now listen, they got a good coach.
They could.
Nick Nurse is the guy who... he was the coach in Toronto when they added Kawhi. Remember? And everybody's like, what's Kawhi on the Raptors? What? And it worked out great. I don't think this is going to be easy, but I think certainly top 3 in the East.
Okay.
Better than the Bucks. But again, it's going to come down. I know it stinks to say it's going to come down to health.
It is.
But Embiid's always hurt in the playoffs. He played 39 games last year. 39.
Yeah.
If he plays, 50 this year, they're not going to be. You really want the 1 or the 2 seed this year because home court advantage. Somebody, either the Celtics or the Knicks, is going to have to face Philly. So I think that 1 or 2 seed is going to actually be important. So is Embiid going to log heavy games and minutes? Because the Knicks are way better.
He's going to have to if they want to make it. And they want to make a deep run, he's going to have to. Your star has to be healthy.
So he did that to get the MVP award. And what happened in the playoffs? He kind of lost his steam, ran out of gas against the Celtics. So then the following year, last year, he gets hurt 39 games in. His body's just not built for this, I don't think. I don't know.
I mean, but you kind of see that with all big stars too. Luka kind of ran out of steam in the finals. He still pushed through. Everyone was dealing with injuries.
Yeah.
I feel like he had a handful of injuries throughout the entire playoff run.
Listen,
it's just managing. Can you learn how to manage your injuries and your exhaustion once you get to that point?
50 wins, 3rd in the East, and losing the conference semifinals to the Knicks.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. In-depth prediction there.
You are just so high on your Knicks. Let's move to the NFL, you guys. The Patriots drafted Drake Maye 3rd overall this year with the hopes that he would be